Hi everyone, this is Shannon Shy. Welcome to another installment of Q&A with Shannon about OCD recovery. Thank you everyone for the questions. I will get to them as soon as I can. If you have a question that you would like me to address, please do so by Facebook, Instagram, on my YouTube channel, or send me an email, shannonshy@gmail.com. All right, to today's question. On your Instagram, there is an image with text saying, quote, OCD is no different than a haunted house. It is all fake and made up to scare you, end quote. When you recovered from OCD, did you just realize that all of a sudden? Were the doubts just gone? All right, from Anonymous. I'll get to the when did I realize that question in a second. But first, let's talk about the haunted house analogy. There are different techniques out there for dealing with thoughts. All right. So some therapists suggest that you just assume that all of the content of the thought is true. Other therapists would say, just tell yourself maybe it's true, maybe it's not. The way I did it was I chalked it all up as a false narrative, what OCD was feeding me. Even where, in my case, even where the triggers were real, and they probably were real all the time, right? Could, for example, be a plug in an outlet, gasoline about ready to drip on the pavement at a gas station, people swimming at the ocean, my children walking into the room, me driving my car and there's a person standing on the sidewalk, or even where there was an event that was real that I was participating in or something that I did. OCD will step in and exploit that and offer me all kinds of continuous thoughts, which gave me doubt, which gave me anxiety. It was taking advantage of me, turning the trigger and the initial thought into something else. Like if I had actual regret for something that I did, OCD would step in and turn it into a full blown case of OCD guilt. Again, I chalked it up as a false narrative. It was coming from the disorder, trying to get me to respond. The disorder was hoping that my doubt and my anxiety and my yearning for having certainty or relief from anxiety would cause me to give the disorder what it wanted, right? My emotional, my mental, my physical response. With all of those techniques that I talked about for dealing with the thoughts, the therapist can tell you that, assume it's true or assume that maybe it's true because they know you have OCD. What they're trying to do is get you to be indifferent. Just like my I'm not giving it value, I don't care that it's here, I'll be indifferent to it. All of them say don't respond. Don't respond, right? So my approach was I'm not giving it value. No value. Over time, I gained clarity. So when did I realize it? That it was fake. There was no magical moment. What I focused on in my recovery was what I needed to do in the moment to make OCD weaker. If I started measuring my immediate progress to see if there was some kind of change, OCD would never let me have that satisfaction that I was improving. If I put myself on a calendar, for example, I have to be better by Christmas, OCD would just hang out and say, okay, well, when we get close to Christmas, I'm going to remind you that you're not better. So I couldn't think about those things. I focused on what I needed to do in the moment. I allowed the thought and I resisted giving in to the compulsion. over and over and over. And over time, I gained clarity. I gained a sense of normalcy, and those kept increasing. It was a natural progression. And I think largely because I wasn't chasing it, I was just doing the work that I needed to do in the moment. With regard to whether any of those things came true, how do you know that it truly was a fake narrative? Well, if OCD were to step in right now and tell me, well, you can call it a fake narrative or a false narrative all you want to, but you still don't know. It still could happen. I would simply say to that thought, you can be here too. I don't care. I'm not going to respond. So stay on your journey. There's lots of twists and turns and ups and downs. Just stay on the journey, one foot in front of the other. The key is preventing that response. It was helpful for me to label those thoughts as being false narratives, and I got better. So you can too. We're not different. Nothing unique about me that allowed me to recover. I just wanted it bad enough. Right? So keep going.